Hi everybody, this is Scott Livingston with your Leadership Tip of the Week. And this week on the Monday blog, chatted a little bit about feedback, both giving feedback and receiving feedback. If you haven't seen that, you can hop on over to drscottlivingston.com and check it out. Hey, for your Leadership Tip of the Week, I wanted to continue that theme of feedback. And to do that, I wanted to give you an example. I am a part of a mastermind group, a group of executive coaches and people who work in leadership development. We get together once a month and share ideas, practical ideas, bounce things off of each other, that sort of thing. And this month, it was my turn to present the group with an idea and to get their reactions to it or to get their feedback on it. And one of the things I've been working on is a leadership principles workbook, a book that leaders can work through and think about what their principles are around different leadership dimensions. Anyway, more about that later. But the group gave me some feedback on this workbook that I'm working on, and there were 5 things that really popped out that they did extremely well. And I just want to share those with you as you think about giving feedback to others in your group. The first thing that they did very well was they used the word and instead of but. So when they complimented me on certain things inside of this workbook, as they transitioned to feedback, instead of using the word but, they used the word and. That allows the person to getting the feedback to be more receptive to it, and it actually has more of a goal focus, a goal orientation. So you want to avoid using the word but in giving feedback. Second thing was the feedback was prompt. I had sent them the workbook a couple of weeks ahead of time, and they were very prompt, both in their written feedback and in their verbal feedback to me. You want to be prompt in giving feedback. You don't want, when you're giving feedback, for the event to have been months and months and months ago. You want to be able to capture the feedback in the moment for it to be meaningful to the person. The third thing they did well was they really made the feedback about the workbook and not about me. I really felt like they wanted this tool to be the very best that it could. And the feedback they gave wasn't personal to me that Scott, you did this or Scott, you did that, but it was how could I take the idea in the workbook and make it better. So it was issue focused and not person focused. The fourth thing that they did well is they were very clear. There were some parts in the workbook where I was very clear and was able to gather my thoughts and put them down very clearly. And there were other places where I didn't do that as well. And they were very clear with what I had done well and what needed to be improvement. I know exactly what to do based upon their feedback. And the fifth thing is that I've noticed about this group as time has gone on is they're very consistent. Excellence is a metric or a mark for this group, and they never let their guard down. We always expect the best of each other, and they're very consistent in the feedback that they're giving. So, here are my thoughts, wrapped up in a nice little bow. Feedback, use the word and not the word but. Be prompt. Be issue-focused, not person-focused. Be very clear and be very consistent in the feedback that you give. This is Scott Livingston with your Leadership Tip of the Week. I hope you have a great week leading your organization. And if you're watching this any place other than at drscottlivingston.com, I would love it if you would hop over there, leave a comment, give me some feedback. There's actually a survey on the website where I would love to have your feedback on what I could do better for you as a leader. So until next week, have a great week. We'll see you next week.